Hello everybody, welcome to another true review. Today I'm bringing you Krinkle Krusher on the Xbox One. It comes out on the 5th of February, no pricing confirmed as of yet, but it is only coming out in the North American region for the time being. I have been assured by the developers it is reaching Europe, they just have to sort out a few things, we have to wait a little bit longer unfortunately. So what we have here is we have a very nice tower defense game, but unlike most tower defense games it's pretty fast paced in nature. Not like you say Plants vs Zombies where it's a little bit more slow paced. This one is extremely fast paced. You control Mitty, who's an animated glove, friend of the sorcerer. Your castle gets attacked during a festive period by these creatures called Krinkles, who are like giant headed creatures who are literally all mouth and one intent purpose of just devouring everything in sight. How the game's presented, you actually see the entire horizontal play area of each world that you're in, and you scroll the screen forward. It's kind of like a road that curves up a hill. That's the impression it gives you through the graphics anyway, and the Krinkles come from the top with you being based at the bottom, and you move Mitty around. You have a target area where you can use your spell. You start off only with one spell, which is a lightning bolt. You have to just place it slightly in front of the Krinkle, press your attack button, it will place the lightning bolt down and they will walk into it hopefully and take damage, and you just have to proceed on that basis just with a very limited move to start off with for the first few levels until more magic gets introduced, and it gets introduced at regular periods throughout the game's 60 levels. You have a lightning ring, a fire ring, tornado ring, mud ring, ice ring, and then you finally get kind of like a smart bomb attack near the very end of the game. The Krinkles themselves come in many shapes and forms as well, from the basic ones that walk straight forward to ones that work on diagonals. You have ones which are strong against certain magics, which if you use the wrong magic against them, you actually make them stronger and they grow in strength, and they have obviously certain weaknesses as well. There's quite a large amount of Krinkles to actually be aware of, and how the game tries to catch you out is it will group Krinkles together who have polar opposites, so you're going to take out one enemy with an area attack, which unfortunately will empower the other enemy that it's clustered with. So it's quite a clever system that they've come up with there to actually make the game harder for yourself. Now the areas themselves, there's three areas. There's the castle, there's the swamp, and there's the Krinkle Kingdom. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but that's what I'm calling it anyway. And some of these areas have environmental hazards as well which help you, like water for example, or piles of leaves, and if you combine your rings magic with these areas you'll get extra bonus effects, like obviously electric in water for example will electrify the entire area, but if you use your mud ring in the water it won't work because the mud will wash away. It's little things like that which are a little added extra into the game. Now there's two main purposes to each level. If you can just simply play through them and just complete them at any rank whatsoever, but if you're intent on 100% in the game you'll be wanting to do two things. The first is to get a flawless victory, which is to prevent your castle from taking any damage whatsoever, and the second is to obtain all 3 stars on the level, which I believe are score based, so if you get a certain amount of points you will get all 3 stars. Now getting all 3 stars is very important to the progression of the game, because once you get those stars on a level you unlock a gem. To start off with you need 10 gems to unlock the magical workshop, but once you've unlocked the magical workshop your gems then act as currency to upgrade your magic rings, give them more strength. Each of the world zones ends in a boss battle, so there's 3 bosses in the whole game, and they are really clever battles to be honest with you, because while you've got to contend with normal creatures you have actually got to stop the boss getting near your wall as well, because if he does reach the wall it's an instant failure on that level. Graphically it's very nice, it's nice animated style. The Krinkles themselves, there's huge graphical variety in them, and you can quite clearly tell which each type of Krinkle is. They're easily identifiable even when they're in clusters. Sound wise as well, it's a great soundtrack, nicely voice acted intermission scenes which tell the story of the game as well. They've done a really good job with those, really nice but short story. Achievements are very easy, you'll get most of them for just clearing the game, completing a very simple task during each of the boss battles. There's also one for obtaining all the magics and for powering up all the magics as well. There's one for flawlessly clearing each level and for also obtaining all 3 stars on the level. So if you're going for 100% on everything, you are going to complete the game. Now that's the main criticism, and probably the only criticism I have with this game. As you can probably see from the video playing during this review, the game is very frantic, but even though it's so frantic, you never actually feel under pressure. It's just not that difficult at all. The first 15 or so levels are probably the hardest levels in the game, simply because you've not unlocked your workshop. But once you have unlocked it, you can start empowering your weapons and making them stronger. And once you start doing that, the game does get an awful lot easier. And by the time you've introduced several magics to you as well, and you've got them to, say, mid-level, level 3, you're really overpowered at that stage, and the game just keeps throwing you more and more magics at you, which is nice, but they're just way too strong in my opinion, and it makes a lot of the levels very simplistic to complete. I think by the time I got halfway through World 2, I was flawlessly victory and obtaining the 3 stars the majority of the time on my first attempt of each level, with a few that needed replay to get the extra stars, or maybe an enemy had snuck through. And that really is a shame really. Because of that, it does make the game very quick to complete. I'll add a quick screenshot at the end of the game hub which shows the game completion time, and I think it was just under the 4-hour mark. So while it is fun, do bear in mind it won't take you that long to complete. And I'm not that good at tower defense games, to be honest with you, but nevertheless it is a very fun title. So I'm going to give Krinkle Krusher a 7 out of 10, because whilst it is too easy in my opinion, it is a very fun game to play, and is definitely, if the price is reasonable, you'll definitely get your money's worth out of this title. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Krinkle Krusher, and fingers crossed it gets to Europe as quickly as possible. So thanks for watching guys, I hope you liked that review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and do follow me on my various social media pages. It does really help me get this channel built up and get these games to you as quickly as possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next review.